let's talk about the new Samsung ad. Hey guys, recently Samsung released an ad where a lot of controversy has surrounded it. Now, recently in the past few years, Samsung has always created commercials which were always against Apple. However, this time they went a bit too far and to the point where they actually look stupid. Now, forgive me for the word, but Samsung actually didn't really... It's as if Samsung hasn't really thought this through. Now, the ad starts with a person having a problem with their iPhone 6, which is a 2014 phone. Basically, it's a 4-year-old phone, and it's having a problem opening an app. Now, it takes a while, as opposed to a Galaxy S9, which is released in 2018. 4 years difference. So basically, they're trying to show here that their 2018 phone is better than a 2014 phone by Apple. Now, this is really hilarious and at least at the same time a bit stupid, because why would you even show a 2018 phone beating a 2014 phone? That's like kind of obvious, but at the same time it shows that their 2018 flagship is still a little competing with a 2014 flagship of Apple. That's just showing how inferior they are to Apple if you try to look at it. Don't get mad at me. I love Apple as well as I also love Samsung. However, the way they made it seem is as if their 2018 flagship is competing with the 2014 flagship. I mean, sure, the 2014 iPhone 6 might have a problem, but is it that really different with the 2018 Galaxy S9? I mean, sure, the S9 is faster, but how about in a few years? Would it age well as the iPhone 6? I mean, the Galaxy S5, which was released also the same year as the iPhone 6, I hardly see anyone with the Galaxy S5 now. In fact, a friend of mine just sold this S5 to get the latest Samsung phone. Sure, it's Samsung, it's a Galaxy A8, but the fact is, he still sold this S5. While I see so much people with iPhone 5s and even iPhone 4s, and they're still satisfied and having it work well. Sure, the load speed might take a while, like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, but they still use their iPhone 4s up to this day. While everyone else are selling their S5s, their S6, even their S7s, and don't forget to mention that Note 7, they are selling those to buy a new phone, while there are people who still have iPhone 6, which still work perfectly fine. Now, one main flaw here is that they tried to show that the only way to fix an iPhone 6, I mean, they didn't really say that, but it's as if they're trying to say that you have to either upgrade it or have it randomly shut down. Now, that's not really the case. You just have to replace the iPhone 6. You probably already know that. The iPhone 6 battery rather. You have to just replace that iPhone 6 battery to have it fixed. This is not the issue for other Samsung or other Android phones in general. Now, this is slowly becoming a debate between iOS and Android, but however, you could actually probably agree with me with how well iPhones age. So much people still have iPhone 4s and iPhone 5s. That's my main point. The fact that they keep showing the S9 against the iPhone 6, and then there's this Apple employee who tells the female to have the iPhone 6 upgraded to an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 10, and she was frustrated. However, she upgraded to a Galaxy S9. Now, the Galaxy S9 is around $800. Why not just get an iPhone 8? I mean, it's just like a difference of a few $100s. And then you could actually also get an iPhone 7, a brand new one, for almost the same price or even lower. Now, that just doesn't make sense. This is like their most stupid ad out of all the ads they have. Now, once again, forgive me for the word, but I just see it like that. It's just like Samsung is like trying to force Apple. It's like they're trying to get so greedy now to the point that they want to ruin Apple with their ad. To the point where it's actually ruining them, since they're showing, once again, I'm gonna repeat this the 5th time, that they're showing a 2018 flagship against a 2014 flagship. Now, in the past, I've tried a Samsung phone. I mean, I had 2 Samsung phones in the past and I liked it. However, after a year of usage, it's been really slow. I mean, sure, any technology has that kind of problem, or you could say it's planned obsolescence, but pretty much almost all technology ages. But the thing is about iPhones is that even though they age and slow down, they don't go to the point where they just randomly crash. I mean, sure they crash, but not to the point where it's like other Android phones. They crash so bad. I mean, I had my S8 for about 6 months and Messenger crashes. Now, this is slowly turning into a rant video, but I just wanted to state the fact how the S8 Plus crashed on Messenger just after like 5 or 6 months of usage. The thing that I was experiencing with my S8, the way it crashes, was the exact thing I've been experiencing in my iPhone 5 after 4 years. Now, check the difference. 5 months on the S8 or 6 months, while 4 years on the iPhone 5. Now, you might think again that I'm an Apple sheep. I surely love Apple because of the way of their ecosystem as well as their performance. But then again, I'm trying to be open-minded as possible. Although I might be slightly biased, I'm still trying to remain open-minded as possible. Now, in this case, I mean, I love the S8. I love the S8 Plus so much that actually I'm still using it right now, recording audio, because my iPhone 10's, once I connect this lavalier mic to my iPhone 10, it has white noise and problems. But I'm using my S8 Plus right now. Still beautiful. However, it's almost as slow as my iPhone 5 now. Considering that this is only a year old now. It's just 1 year old, while my iPhone 5 is already like 6 years old. Yeah, my iPhone 5 is 6 years old. Look at that comparison. But I still love my S8 Plus. But then again, we're just trying to say the facts here. The point is that Samsung is really just trying to show how their phones are better, which is obvious. Their S9 is surely better than the iPhone 6 because the iPhone 6 was released in 2014. But I just really wanted to get my opinion on this right out. Then again, still completely annoying how Samsung is really trying to ruin it. I agree with the growing up ad, how they show that the iPhone 6 isn't really water resistant, while their S8, or was it their S8 is water resistant. It has wireless charging. It has so much better features. Sure, that's a good ad because it shows their features. But showing a phone, their competitor from 2014 slowing down, and their phone's faster than a phone from 2014, that just doesn't make sense. Now, one more thing I like to add is the processors of iPhones. My iPhone 7 Plus processor, the A10 Fusion chip, was actually faster than a lot of Android phones in 2017. Even a few Android phones in 2018, I mean not a few, a lot of Android phones in 2018 are still slower than the Apple's A10 Fusion chip. Apple's processors are faster than most of the market. I'm not saying all. I mean, like for example, the Huawei's processor, it's faster than the Apple's A10 Fusion chip. But I'm just trying to point out that Apple's processors are faster than most of the market. Now, of course, this comes with a price where their phones are much more expensive, or to the point where it's literally overpriced. Like the iPhone 10 starts at $1,000, or in this case, in my country, it costs $1,400 for an iPhone 10. That's 256 gigabytes. That's how much it costs. And sure, I could agree with you where it's overpriced, but the reason why I got the iPhone 10 was for the build quality and the performance. Those two things are the two things that really keep me with Apple. They never cut down on build quality. I mean, you could argue about that, but most of the time, they don't cut down on build quality. Now, this video about Samsung's commercial ended up being more like iOS versus Android, but I'm just trying to claim my point here when they're trying to attack Apple to the point where it's just attacking themselves. Once again, I don't want you to think that I'm a triggered Apple fanboy, if that's what you want to call me. But I'm just trying to say, let's try to be open as much as possible. Okay? Okay. Anyways, That's about it. If you like this video, you know how the like button works, and it would be great if you could follow me on Facebook, SoundCloud, and Twitter, as well as subscribing to both my channels on YouTube. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.